According to the Texas Department of Transportation, a person was injured every 2 minutes in a car crash in the state of Texas in 2019. If you have been injured in a car wreck, it is important to know what to do and when to do it. While any car crash is terrifying, the time after a car crash can be scary as well, and often confusing. You might be asking yourself, what do I need to do immediately after a wreck? Who should I contact? How can I get medical treatment? Should I talk to the insurance company? Should I hire an attorney? I've been hit by an uninsured driver. Is there anything I can do? These are all good questions, and hopefully we can help you answer some of them. So if you're one of the thousands each year that is driving safely, minding your own business, who is then injured through no fault of your own due to the careless or reckless acts of another, let me give you some info that will hopefully be helpful to you. First, after any car crash, the first thing you should do is contact the police so that you can have a police officer come to the scene, and so you can also obtain any emergency medical treatment you might need. Having a police officer come to the scene, investigate, and prepare a report can be a huge help when you are fighting the insurance company to pay what is owed. We see all the time where someone is very apologetic on scene and readily admits that they are at fault, but then their story inevitably changes after they talk with their insurance company. Having a police report can often prevent this because the police officer will often note what the driver said. A competent police officer will also locate, talk to, and list the names of any witnesses, which can be invaluable later when fighting the insurance company. Finally, a police officer will investigate the scene and list the contributing factors to the collision. This can be very helpful in showing the other driver was at fault and not you. It is very important that you talk with the police officer and let he or she know what happened and be very explicit that you were not at fault. If you're not able to talk with the investigating officer because you're injured, then be sure to contact the officer later to tell him or her what happened. Or if you hire us, we can contact the officer on your behalf. Now, some cities' police forces will not prepare a report if no one goes to the hospital, but you should always push for a report to be made when possible. Second, and even more important, is that you get the medical treatment that you need as soon as possible. After a car wreck, your adrenaline will be pumping, and you might not feel pain immediately, but make sure you report to the officer and any emergency personnel or other medical providers any and all pain or injury you are feeling. And if in doubt, get checked out. Also, our nature as humans is to concentrate on what is bothering us the most. For instance, maybe our back is hurting, but our neck is killing us even more. So we can concentrate on just the neck, but it is incredibly important to report all your injuries as soon as possible. You see, the insurance companies are trained and vastly experienced in making sure that injured drivers get as little as possible. And one thing they will use against you is if you fail to report an injury and then try and connect it to the car wreck later. The insurance company will also try and prevent you from getting a full recovery if you do not immediately seek medical treatment. They call this a delay in treatment. Now, most normal human beings understand that you often might not seek medical treatment immediately, even if you are hurting. After all, medical treatment is often not cheap, and we often are hopeful that the pain will go away on its own. But just know, it will be used against you. If you do not have health insurance, or maybe you do have health insurance but still cannot afford to get medical treatment, then give us a call. We can help you find doctors who understand what it is like to fight against the auto insurance companies and can help you get medical treatment while you wait to be reimbursed for what you are owed. And if you are injured and wondering if you should give a statement to the insurance company, the simple and clear answer is no. No good can come of it. The insurance company will try and use it against you and are even trained in how to ask questions to try and get information that they can use against you in your claim to get what you are justly owed. The benefit of hiring an attorney is that they can handle the communication with the insurance company. Communications that are fraught with dangers and stress for injured individuals. Another common question is, if I was hit by an uninsured driver, can I still make a recovery? And the answer is possibly. In Texas, you can purchase and should purchase uninsured, underinsured motorist coverage, referred to as UIM, as well as personal injury protection coverage. Both of these will cover you if you are hit by an uninsured driver. And utilizing these benefits will not make your rates go up. The insurance companies are not legally able to do that for a wreck in which you are not at fault, although they would like you to think that they can. And often we are able to find other sources of insurance if you do not have UIM or PIP. Maybe the driver was working for someone at the time of the wreck. Maybe the vehicle was negligently entrusted to the driver by the vehicle owner. These are all things that we will investigate. Now, finally, you might be wondering if you should hire an attorney. And most of the time, the answer to that question is yes, but not always. Oftentimes, the complexity of a personal injury claim and just the headache of it all can be overwhelming. And the insurance companies do not want you to get a lawyer because their own research has shown them that injured individuals get at least 2 to 3 times more money when they have an attorney. But still, there might be instances where the damages are small enough and the case is straightforward enough that it makes sense to handle it on your own. Feel free to give us a call and we will go over your case and let you know if it is one we think you can handle on your own or if you would benefit from having us involved. And we will do this at no cost to you. And if we do take on your case, we do not get paid anything unless we get a recovery for you. We will also cover all of the expenses in investigating and prosecuting the case up front and only get paid back if we make a recovery for you. This way you can be on more equal footing in the fight against the insurance company that is trying to shortchange you on full justice. Hopefully this info has been helpful, and feel free to call us with any additional questions at no cost to you. And if you have been injured, consider letting Samples Ames help you hold any wrongdoers accountable and obtain full and fair justice.